So I've come across two major reasons why people don't know what they want, when people don't know what they want. The first, which I'm not going to focus on today, is because they've done so little of what they want in their life that they've lost connection to the experience of even wanting. Because to want something and to know you're not going to do it is painful. So the less you do what you want, the more habituated you become in not feeling desire at all. People can actually atrophy their whole connection to desire and lose their sense of desire because they don't serve it, so desire stops even contacting them at a level of conscious experience. I'm not going to talk about that today. Today what I'm going to talk about is the other really popular way of not knowing what we want, which is bullshit. And it's bullshit because it's something we say to ourselves when that thing that we really want or that thing that we want scares us. So I want to make millions of dollars, or I want to have the most beautiful partner, husband, wife in the world, or I want to, whatever, something grandiose, right? When our desire is something large or great in our opinion, and it feels like it may be beyond our reach and our own self-value or what we think we can achieve, we don't want to look at that desire. We don't want to consider the reality that we want that, because if we do, we have to face the discomfort of the fear of not being able to get it. And so it's much easier to say, I don't know what I want, because I don't have to contact it. And it's almost like when somebody says, oh, I don't know what I want, I can feel whether or not it's the first one or the second one. And when it's the second one, my challenge to them was always, that's bullshit. You're saying you don't know what you want because it's so much more comfortable to not know what you want than it is to actually speak and acknowledge what you want and have to face the ideas that are between you and that. There's not actually anything between you and that other than ideas, but the ideas actually make you feel uncomfortable, so you don't want to look at it, so you just say, I don't know what I want. So bullshit. So what do we do? Now we know you're calling bullshit, so now what? What would I want if it was okay to want whatever I wanted? What would I want if no matter what I wanted I could have or achieve? What would I want if I did actually know what I want and I was being honest and not lying because I'm uncomfortable if I knew it, or if I acknowledge it? And so sometimes just acknowledging that you're not acknowledging what you want can help open the door to just speaking the thing. What would you love to have in your life if it was okay to love and to want anything? What would you desire if you could desire whatever you wanted to desire? I asked myself once, what would I write if I could write about anything, if it was okay? My wife likes the question, what would I do if I had nothing to prove? We use that to decide where we want to live. Where would we live if we had nothing to prove? If there was nothing that I was afraid of, what would I desire if I had no fear? So we often think fear lives on the other side of a desire, but often it lives in front of the desire. We don't even allow ourselves to contact desire consciously, to think about it, to contemplate it, to acknowledge it, because of the fear that sits before it, which is the fear that would sit after it. So if you don't know what you want, and today we're not talking about the other one, which is because you've lost contact with desire, if you don't know what you want, I would challenge you to really consider, well, what if I don't know what I want because it scares the shit out of me to acknowledge what it is I actually want? What would I want if I was willing to want anyway? If you're following this conversation, I'm impressed, because I've said the word want so many times that it might send you in a tailspin. But anyway, I hope you get the general idea, and I hope you play with it, and I hope you ask yourself, and I hope you discover something new. Look in the mirror. Be willing to feel the discomfort of the consideration of the possibility that you can have much more than you've been willing to allow yourself to desire. Today is the perfect day for you to create who you are. You are loved and you are powerful. And I am loving you simply for your being here. I will talk to you soon.